Okay, so I wanted to give everybody an update. It's been a little bit since we've done a video. We've been super busy. I actually do have some footage that I'm going to add into this video from last weekend on the way to a wrestling show. But I've sold Zip the Monkey and I sold the Tinkerbell snow globe. So I'm actually on the way to UPS to ship those things off, and then I'm going to make my rounds. So I'm going to hit Goodwill. I'm going to hit Halcyon Home. I went to a place called Cheaper and Better in Thomasville yesterday, and I got books for myself. I have a book problem. I bought a bunch of books, but they're only they're anywhere from a quarter to like 50 cents a piece. So my Stephen King books, a lot of my Stephen King books came from there. So I always like to check every now and then. Sometimes I'll have some random other things, but I'm more of look for the retro nostalgic-y kind of stuff for my own collection. But I didn't see anything in there at the moment to flip either, but they have a lot of furniture and stuff. If you're interested in things like that, it'd be a good place to go check out. It's called Cheaper and Better in Thomasville, Georgia. But let's go to UPS and then let's hit Goodwill. Alright, there's my UPS. Let's drop it off. Okay, so I have a few minutes before Goodwill opens here. My Goodwill doesn't open until 9 o'clock. It's not quite time yet, and they're pretty spot on when they open the doors. But I did want to say, I forgot that I sold a VCR. There are Goodwill bins in Tallahassee, Florida, which is not far from my house. It's about a half an hour drive, which is not terrible. I live right up, above Tallahassee. But I got some VCRs. I got 3 VCRs from there for $3 a piece. And I sold that as well. So I shipped off the VCR and the snow globe this morning, and I actually shipped the monkey Friday. But I hadn't updated you guys on the monkey yet. So I actually am going to show you the receipts for those that I sold on Macari. I have a couple people asking me questions about what Macari is, how it works. Lyric chiming in. But I will show you the receipts for that so you can see how much I sold it for, how much I got charged for tax, how much the buyer got charged for tax, and how much I actually made off of the product. I sold the VCR, again, like I said, and I only spent $3 on it. So $3 for the VCR, $3 for the monkey, and I think it was $3 or $2 or $3 for the snow globe. So I've made a fairly good profit off of those 3 items. And hopefully we can find some more stuff to flip. I do sit on stuff. I tend to sit on clothes and shoes more so than anything else, which is not something that I really like doing. I don't like sitting on products. I don't have a lot of storage space for these items either. I have a pantry that I use for a storage closet. So it gets kind of cluttery when I have a lot of stuff in there just sitting to sell. Eventually I would like to have something bigger to store items and make this more of a regular, my career kind of thing, because I actually see people doing this for a living, which would be wonderful. But it is 8:59. Let's go into Goodwill. So I want to show this real quick. Normally it's only $3.99. I typically would think that thing would sell, but it turns out that it's sold on Macari for $1 and upwards of $9, but for the most part it's been $1. So I'm not gonna get that, but I did find these things. I'll look up sold comps on these. This one actually I did see was only $5 to $10, so you can already tell it's $5 in itself, so I probably won't get this one. This one is a hit and miss. I've seen it sold 4 months ago on Macari for $50-something, but there's a lot of them listed, so there's a whole lot of these on Macari right now, so I don't know that mine would sell just because of oversaturation. I tend to not look at a lot of these things because this place tends to jack up prices, but I did find this, so I'm interested in this for personal use. Well, let's give it a try. It is a Scotch tape brand, $2.99, not too bad. We're gonna get that. Okay, so I'm at the halcyon home now, and it actually looks like they got a bunch of stuff new out here, so I'm excited to look through. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to record in here. It is kind of a tight space for me to walk through sometimes, and I have Lyric with me, so it just depends on how well he's cooperating to how much I video in here, but I'll try to video what I can. They sell everything from furniture to movies and VHS tapes, which is, I'm going to try not to look at those today. They have books and video games. This is where I found the Sega Genesis that we have. So you always can, like, I've actually found an Xbox 360 in here too that I sold not too long ago. So it's always a good place to stop just to check. Now, this is the warehousey part. There is a store, like the actual clothing part next door, and they open at 10, I believe, 10 or 10:30, and what's really great about that is that they, the first Saturday of every month, they have a $5 bag sale. It starts, like, people are lined up out here at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they don't open, like, till 10, so it's really, it's a big deal, and they only let, like, 14... I don't even know if they let 14 people in. I think they let like 8 or 10 people in at a time because of COVID restrictions. But I do it every month just because I have 3 kids and they outgrow their clothes like crazy people. But I also find really good clothes in there. Like, a lot of people donate to the Halcyon home because all of the proceeds go to the battered women's shelter here in Thomasville, Georgia. If you'd like any more information on them, I could definitely get that for you. But I don't donate to anybody but this place, for the most part. I may stop at the Salvation Army on the way home too. But I don't, this is the only place that I actually donate my stuff to. So let's go look. Okay, so I'm back home, and Johnny is at work, so I'm going to be doing this video by myself for the most part. But I wanted to tell you the things that I got from the Goodwill real quick. So to flip, I got this, if you give a mouse a cookie plush. It's actually in really good condition. It was $1.99. The tag, everything is very clean. And I used to be a teacher, so when I was a teacher, I really enjoyed having book characters for my classroom, and so I always get really excited to see these because I know that I would buy these. I looked up sold comps on this specific one, and they go anywhere from $10 to $20, and I actually have another version of this already with the red overalls, and I thought about grouping those together and trying to get, I might sell it for like $20, $25 for both. Shipped. I'm going to do shipped on this because it's so light. It's not going to be more than $5 to ship for both of them probably. So I'm going to try to resell this. The second thing I got was this Spirit Store. You can see that it still has the thing on it. Like, it's never been opened. Jason Voorhees. It doesn't actually have his body face, but it's Jason. I paid $4.99 for this, and I actually had an issue because when you walk into the store, if you live in Thomasville, Georgia, and you walk into the store of our Goodwill, it says real big in the front, 20% off all new Halloween items. So naturally, I just kind of assumed that this was one of those 20% off items. So I thought 20% off of $4.99, for sure going to make a profit. These sell on Mercari right now for like $10 to $15. I'll probably do like 15 shipped, and then if somebody offers me something, if it's more than $5, I'll take it. But I got up to the front, and they told me that this was not one of the items, and I said, well, it's kind of deceiving because you don't have that posted anywhere. It's supposed to be a white sticker, so if you go into our Thomasville, Georgia Goodwill and you're looking for new Halloween items, it has to have a white, this is tan, has to have a white sticker on it for you to get the 20% off sale. So I was a little disappointed that I didn't get that, but it's still $4.99. And honestly, if it doesn't sell, I probably would use it too. My kids wouldn't like it, but isn't that the fun of Halloween, to scare your kids? I always get a surge protector. This is a personal item. The surge protector that I have our gaming systems hooked up into has started to kind of make weird funky sounds. So I'm going to try to use this instead. I bought a tape gun. These are pretty expensive. This one actually is a Scotch tape, and it is the size tape that I use. I got this for $2.99, so with all the things that I've been doing. Hopefully this will come in handy for when I'm shipping you your stuff if you buy anything from me. I also got this thing. Now this was only $1. It was $1.99, excuse me. And I just, I wanted to reorganize some of my desk area to make it a little bit more functionable. So I bought this for personal use. They always have all kinds of stuff. Our Thomasville Goodwill right now has a lot of office supplies. I don't know if an office recently shut down somewhere around us, and they just donated all their stuff, but there's like file folders and binders and all this kind of stuff, and that just happened to be the cheaper of the two of those things that were there, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Also, I never fail when I am thrifting to buy VHS tapes. I got some Scooby-Doo. One of the ones I think that I'm going to enjoy the most is this Heathcliff and Holes. I've been wanting Paxton to watch Holes, so we're going to pop that in today when he gets out of school and see if he likes that movie, because I remember liking it a lot to where I watched it so much. But when I went to the halcyon home, I didn't find anything that I actually wanted to buy. So what I did was I bought a desk. I ended up like, I'm going to leave. There was nothing here. And as I was walking out, I caught out the corner of my eye this desk they were using to actually display stuff. I was like, are y'all happen to be selling that? Because it's perfect for my desk area. I'm going to shoot you a picture of my area now. And when I get through putting the desk together, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So that's what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. As you can see, it's a lot of stuff, but I was super excited with the purchase. It was $30. He wanted $35. I asked him if he would take $30. He said yes. He also helped me take it apart and put it in my car. So I was very happy with my trip to the halcyon home today. It's going to help me out a lot with my business aspect. I make and sell tumblers and wooden signs for, you know, decor or whatever. We have a lot of nostalgic stuff. I have a Red and Stimpy that I painted. I have a Freakazoid that I painted. I have all of the WWF signs from their progression of change over time. So we have a lot of my own work in this house, which makes it a lot more personable to me. And we might do another video of kind of showing you a little bit more of our home and what we do to put into this becoming something that we enjoy being surrounded by. I do have feng shui issues, so every so often I'll have to like rearrange. So this may not look like this in 2 months. I do get very, I call it squirrely, and Johnny knows to just leave me alone because he'll go to the bedroom and in an hour I'll have the entire house rearranged. So, yep, that's today's video. The last couple of weeks hasn't been very predominant for my flipping. I tend to be spending more money for personal items, which is not bad because I still thrift those items instead of buying them at wholesale. And I may go back to our Goodwill because I also make shirts and things like that every now and then, and they have a lot of hoodies that are blank at Goodwill now. So I might end up going back and getting some more of those and making some hoodies, and I can kind of take you along that journey as well if you are interested in that. But yeah, so I hope that you like everything that I did today. This is a typical day for me. Sometimes I'll go to more places. Sometimes I won't go to any places just because of depending on how I feel, how Lyric feels, and how the day is. It's kind of muggy and rainy outside right now. I'm sweating really bad. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.